Hey everybody, welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to be showing off a total of 6 new cards, all from set 1. A total of 5 spells from the Dark Realm. And then 1 creature at the end, which I'll be showing off. So stay tuned. Watch the full video or skip ahead if you want. I care less. So let's get into it. So first off, we have Blood Moon. I'm very happy with how this card art turned out. I'm really liking how the Blood Moon turned out, the bright red. It looks really cool. I liked how I did my shading in this, kind of the forest in the background. But yeah, effects wise, it costs 6, so it is going to be a little expensive. It's a trap spell. We actually have 1 trap spell in all this, 2 equipment spells, and then 2 magic spells. So yeah, you can see in the bottom right there. So back into Blood Moon. It states, discard all creatures on the field with less power than your realm's life points. Your opponent loses life points equal to the amount of cards they discarded. So if you haven't played Realm Rumble before, which as I'm making this video, no one really has except one other person I know, which is my friend, my playtester, making sure that Realm Rumble plays smoothly, and that's how I playtest all these cards. But Blood Moon basically allows you to discard all the creatures on the field. So if I have a couple creatures such as Scallywag, I can play Blood Moon, and Scallywag would automatically be discarded. Now, depending on how much cards I have on the field, so say if I just have 1 card such as Scallywag, and he gets discarded, then my opponent will lose life points, which is how you win the game. If your opponent gets down to 0 life points, you win the game. So if your opponent loses, your opponent will lose life points equal to the amount of cards they discarded. So if they have a lot of cards on the field and you can get this card out and force them to discard 3 to 5 cards, and they lose 3 to 5 life points, and that's a pretty game-changing moment in swing of game, or a big switch of power in the game. So yeah, pretty cool. Pretty happy with the artwork. I'm actually really happy with it. Yeah. So that's the trap spell for the Dark Realm. Next up, I have Curse of Shadows. Lost my voice right there. Yeah, it costs 3. It's a magic spell. And it says, kind of hard to see, but it says, look at the top 3 cards of your opponent's deck. Discard 2 of those cards to your opponent's discard pile, and choose one for your opponent to free play onto their field. If the free play card is a spell, put the spell into the bottom of their deck and free play the top card. So basically, to simplify, if I have 3 cards here and I play Curse of Shadows, then I will pull the top 3 cards, look at them, choose which ones get discarded. And I could discard both of these, so Steel Plated Whale, Protector of the Pearl, get them rid of. And then it leaves me with Whirlpool. My opponent must free play Whirlpool. But since Whirlpool is a spell, then I have to put this in the bottom of the deck and pull a new card. So that's basically how it works. Another spell, so you just keep going. Another spell. Gosh, I think these are all spells. Yeah, these are all spells. These are from the Sea Realm, so that's why. But yeah. So it's a really cool spell. I think it can have some good plays. I don't really think you can build a deck around it, but it can see lots of play and help you win games possibly, especially if you can get rid of their really good cards. They're kind of cards that help them win games. If you can get rid of that, then you can win the game. So yeah, really happy with the artwork too. If you know what these cards are, comment down below. I have shown them off in previous videos, I think. This is a creature from the Dark Realm, so yeah. But yeah, it's a little zombie hand. Here lies, and yeah, so really happy with it. So yeah. Next up, Whispers of the Undead. I'm really actually happy with the Dark Realm spells I've made, the art, because I feel that they all kind of get this scary vibe off, maybe except Screaming Skull, but definitely Whispers of the Undead is kind of like the most kind of gruesome, or oof, when you look at it. So yeah, but I'll explain kind of what this means in later videos. But it costs 1, and it states, when a creature enters the field from revival, give that creature's effect and power back. Revival is not brought back with the effect. So if you don't know, say a creature dies, and let's say, I'll use Protector of the Pearl. Protector of the Pearl dies, right? And it comes back alive. Well, actually, I can't use that as an example. Well, So basically, to simplify, cards with revival are able to die and then come back alive their next turn with 0 power, 0 attack, and 1 defense. So it's just kind of there, kind of a zombie version of itself, an undead, just kind of there, no brain power, no attack, or really, it's just kind of there for defense more so. So what you can do is you can play Whispers of the Undead and bring back that creature with revival and all of its effects. So it's pretty good. You get their power back, not the attack, because that'd be really broken. But I'm sorry, my card was out of frame. Not the attack, but you can get its power back, so it can be more than just a card or creature that is just there on the battlefield. It can actually do something. So yeah, really happy with how this card turned out. You can see all this stuff coming out of there. Really cool. This has to do with the lore too, so I'll get in that to future videos. But yeah, really happy with how this card art turned out. Next up, I have Screaming Skull. Also, one of my, well, I wouldn't say one of my favorite arts that I've done. Probably my least favorite out of all of them. But it is pretty cool. I'm not the best at drawing skulls. This is the best I did. It was supposed to be flames, but there's a really good chance I'll redo this. But this is the artwork for it now. It is a gear spell, so you'll attach it to one of your creatures, or reading the effect, it's actually, or I'll get into that after. So it costs 3, and it states, attach this card to one of your opponent's creatures on the field. So instead of yours, say your opponent has Protector of the Pearl on their side, you can attach Screaming Skull into Protector of the Pearl, and its effect will work. So it says, when this creature dies, your opponent loses 4 life points. When this card is used, put it into your discard pile. So I can attach this to Protector of the Pearl on the other side of the field, right? And now my opponent, well, once I kill Protector of the Pearl, my opponent loses 4 life points, and then when this card is discarded, or when this card is used, Screaming Skull, then you just discard it and put it in your discard pile. So it's actually a really powerful spell. Cost 3, you can automatically get 4 life points, and it forces them to kind of want to protect a certain creature that they might not want to protect. That's not that good. So it's actually a really cool card. I think it can really see some gameplay and good usage out of it. So yeah. And then finally, I have Vial of Dismise. So this is the last dark spell of set 1. So there's 5 spells per realm that are like specifically for that realm, that kind of match its artwork and theme of play. Yeah. So this is a gear spell. You'll attach it, and it costs 2. And it says, oh, goodness gracious. It says, when this creature dies, you and your opponent lose 3 health. So again, if you haven't noticed, Screaming Skull, Vow of Demise, kind of similar in the sense that when a creature dies, your opponent loses health. So this one, actually, oh yeah, sorry. Vow of Demise is actually you and your opponent. So this can help cards such as Bloodvines, Shadow Knight, also very good cards that can benefit from you or your opponent losing 3 or more health, or just 1 health. Losing health in general can help those cards. So really cool card. I think can see a lot of gameplay and maybe like direct damage type of decks. So yeah, really cool. Really happy with the artwork on this. You can see the souls kind of floating out. So yeah, that's really it, guys. Hope you enjoyed. But now that you've made it to the end of the video and you've seen all the dark spells from the Dark Realm, I get to show off a little sneak peek of my newest creature. It is Dwarven Wind Conjurer. So this is actually my last Dwarven card I've made for set 1. Cost 5, 2 attack, 5 defense. So it's more defensive heavy. And it says, when this card is played, choose a 1 to 4 power creature on your opponent's field to freeze. So freezing, it's kind of a broken effect, I'll admit, but I'm still test playing it, stuff like that. But basically, let's say your opponent has Protector of the Pearl on their field. I can play, actually that wouldn't work because it costs so much, but Mermaid, how about that? That's the closest card I can find. These are all Sea Realm cards because I have a Sea Realm deck right next to me, or the set 1 Sea Realm. But yeah, anyways, so I have Mermaid on the field. I can play Dwarven Wind Conjurer and choose Mermaid to be frozen. So when it means to be frozen, means that Mermaid can defend, but it cannot attack at all. So its effect doesn't work, it can't attack. So this can help Dwarven Wind Conjurer definitely stay alive. So It's actually a really good effect, and I did test play it with my friend, and he played Dwarven Wind Conjure, and it actually did pretty good. It wasn't overly powerful, but it was a kind of a good card to play. I'm still tweaking the effects and stuff, trying to see how I can make it better. But yeah, definitely excited with how it turned out. I tried to make this more of an iceberg effect. The artwork's kind of growing on me. I might redo it because the Dwarven's all kind of beards, stuff like that. So I might redo it. But yeah, other than that, I'm really happy with how this card turned out. That's really it. So you guys made it to the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Definitely comment down below which artwork is your favorite. Is it the creatures? Is it some of these spells? Mine would probably be Whispers of the Undead. Even though Curse of Shadows have so much detail to it, and so does Blood Moon, especially with the color in it. Kind of just draws you to the moon. But Whispers of the Undead is just a simple artwork with a stick figure. But it's just, I really like how they just kind of, like, it really shows off the Dark Realm for me. So yeah, really happy with how that turned out. So yeah, that's really it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to like and subscribe. That does definitely help me out. We're almost to 60 subscribers by the start of this video, so I'm really trying to get to 100 before around Christmas time or winter time. So yeah, really excited for that. More videos to come. I am really trying to get an out battle video. Many of the cards I'm battling with have been edited or kind of fixed. Like even Dwarven Wind Conjurer is being tweaked right now. So many cards are kind of being fixed for the worse, for the better. So I'm trying to make a good battle video that it's not you just looking at cards that don't actually have the real effect that I want it to. So, and I would have to explain that in the videos. So yeah, but other than that, hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and see you in the next vid.